object. That works better for me. I want to be able to affect the move forward, I think it's called. Let's see. What is the script on you called? Move forward script. All right. So I will have a public move forward. That's the name of the script. And we'll just call it MF script. No. We'll call it move forward script. And I could probably do with a private on that one. And then in the start, I'll set my move forward script to get component move forward like this. And then I should be able to say if player detected, then Cal6 says side end dot position equal new vector 3. Yeah, but then I would need to set that vector every time, like every before the frame. And the problem with this, I think, is that if I flip the X and Y, it's going to be all wooey, maybe. Side end dot position equal new. Yes. No! Robot voice. Sorry. I hope robot voice is gone. I have absolutely no idea what's causing it. Maybe it's the, I mean, I'm not really, I'm seeing a slight spike in the CPU usage, but it's only like 2 to 3%. So Kelly, I think I could do that plus 1f even though I'm flipping the variables. I don't know, it's just part of me kind of likes to be able to manipulate it instead. Like this. Like I have these little points here that I can move around, and that basically shows me how far I want it to be able to sprint and all that. I'm just going to set this guy here. You get to stand here. Okay, so if the player is detected, then in the move forward script, I'm going to need a... No, I'm not. I'm just going to have a private variable here that keeps track of the movement speed. Float original speed, and then public float charge speed multiplier equals, let's say, 2f to begin with. So in the start, I need to set the original speed to move forward script dot, is there a speed? Yeah, there's a speed variable. Awesome. So now I'm storing the move forward speed from that other script. I'm storing it as the original speed in this script, and then if the player is detected, then move forward dot speed equals I need to set my charge speed as well. Yeah, Calistic says if you stick with the custom hand added site and game object in the monster, be sure to add it to the prefab for the monster. You'll wonder what's going on later if you spawn one and it has no site and game object. That's true, but I have that already with my other stuff, so it's okay. I mean, I got that part covered, thankfully. Um, let's. I need a temporary variable for this. That's a lot of variables. I'm not really sure that's a good idea, but let's do it anyway. Private temp speed. Oops, it's a float. And let's say temp speed equals original speed times charge speed multiplier. And then forward speed is temp speed. Else. So basically, when we see the player, our speed is chargy, and oops, if we don't see the player, then it is original speed. I'm thinking this should work, assuming I have a layer named player. Oops, layer solid enemies. Damn it. Okay, time to add a new layer. Where do I add that? At the bottom. Here we go. Edit layers. Use a layer, blah, 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 blah. Player. So what layer is my player at? Ignore raycast. Damn it! Oh crap. Well, let's see how the line cast thingy works. That's one of my main issues, because I've done this before, not this in particular, but the line casting, and I'm not really sure how to do the layer mask, or how to ignore certain things with the layer mask. Like if I wanted it to work on more than one layer, I don't even know if that's possible. Casting ray selectively. Kelsick says, layer mask is easy, and then he says, ignore. I don't know. It doesn't seem easy to me. Bit shift the index of the layer to get a bitmap mask. No idea what bit shifting means. If the layer mask equals to 0, we will never find any collisions with the ray. But the thing is, I don't know what 1 and then this sign means. Oh, hang on a sec. I'm just gonna say goodnight to my girlfriend. And I'm back. Where were I? Oh, I was here. I mean, it says the player layer here, but I'm not really. Okay, so user layer is 8, and that's called the player. It doesn't really show me if I could have multiple layers? Oh, awesome, Kel. Let's check out this link from ACP Twitch. Oh, cool. So I could use the get mask and I would be able to get the ignore, and it has to be the player. So is this get mask thing, is that an and thing? I'm assuming that this get mask thing would work with the names. So if I do, oops, let me just put it down here so I know what I have. And then player, and then that thingy. Oh, what's this? Create a layer mask for the floor layer. Floor mask equals layer mask dot get mask floor. Yeah, but I mean technically let's say I have, let's say over here that I want to have a, oops, I need to open this thing here. I have user layer 9 as the solid layer. So let's say I want to check for a line cast collision on the solid layer, that's layer 9. Then technically I could replace all of this with a 9. But when I want to have more than 2 layers, the thing is I don't really know if get mask is, does that give me both 1 and 2? Or does it trigger if I hit one or the other? Because I don't want it to trigger on the ignore line cast things. Use the mask available in your cast call, says Kelstick. The reason why I have a problem at the moment is because I didn't plan ahead. My player is using the layer ignore raycast, and that's a really bad idea because I'm pretty sure I have other things in the game that has, yeah, see, the checkpoint has it as well. Um, yeah, I understand that it will show the output, but I'm not sure that really helps me because I don't think I'd be able to understand that integer. I mean, I'm assuming that this will give me an integer. Hey Casey, welcome back. You didn't miss much other than me fumbling. Let's give it a try though. Let's copy this thing here and we'll put it in. Let's just put it in the update so I get it all the time and I know what the heck I'm doing. Let's do player, get mask player, and get mask ignore raycast. I think that's how they spell it in here. Small c, ignore raycast. Alright. And then let's just comment this one out for now. And put the player charge script on this little dude here. Charge AI. And he needs a site end. For now, we're just going to put it, oops, just going to grab this thing here, avoid walls. and put it in this thing. Bingo. I'm just going to check out the... Oh. So this is basically the layer mask for that thing. I think it's worth a try. Let's comment this thing out here and have a look. Layer mask player. Oh wait, no, that's not gonna work because... Ah, damn it. If I change it to player, then he's not gonna be able to hit... I'm such a schmuck. The thing is, you can only have one layer on your object anyway. So, oops. So, it's always going to be ignore raycast on the player. No, I don't think you have to bit shift the result. Not from what I saw earlier, but my main problem as it is right now is I want to cast a ray, and I want this ray to hit the player, but the problem is my player is on the ignore raycast layer because of bad programming elsewhere. So I think I'm going to need to switch him to the player layer. And let's add the children as well. And then I need to redo some of my code because I have some code where, like this, when I'm jumping, that particular code is detecting, it's going to be detecting raycasts on myself now. Let's do a search for raycast here. See, there's a line cast, and I want this line cast to, let's see, what is this, on ground? So it needs to be, it needs to only hit on solid. I could do that. I guess I just picked the ignore raycast because it was easier, because I was a noob at the time, but now I'm only half the noob that I used to be. Let's see, I need to add this 1/layer mask something, layer name something. You know what? Let's just do this. Doot. Because I know that the floor is marked with solid. I should have marked all of my floors with solid, and if I didn't, then I'm a schmuck. Do I have other raycasts? I do. I have some walls too. Alright, Kel is going AFK. And this needs to be solid too, otherwise we can't do wall jumping. And the last one. Alright, please work. No errors. Let's save it and check if I can jump at all and do double jumps. Can I wall jump? I can. Okay, cool. Okay, so... Well, it should work now since I have changed the layer to player on here. Sorry for burping. So if I go back here, I should be able to do this and just switch it to player. And just for the heck of it, let's let's make him more red. So oops. Just so I can visually see it as well. Private sprite renderer dot, let's just call it SR. And then in here, let's say SR equals to get component, oops, sprite renderer. And okay, so if the player is detected, then we switch to temporary speed, which is fast, and then I want the color to equal to, let's just say color red, and then if he's not, then switch to white. And then I kind of have an idea as to whether or not this works. Still no errors in the code. Amazing. Oh, let's just move this out of the way. Oops, too much. Did it work? Oh, it worked. Okay, cool. So now I just need to give him an extra object in here. Enemy charger. Let's add an empty inside of him. And let's call it charge range. And change its little icon to red. Let's make a red triangle, not triangle, a red cube. Red diamond, red thingy. And let's move it. Oops, come on. Move! Oh well. In that case, we'll just do this. So I want his charge range to be 2 blocks. That might be too much. I'll try. 2 blocks is good. Let's try that. Let's see. Now I need to go in here and assign it because I just made a new object. And I want to drag that into my charge AI script that I just made down here, because previously he was using the avoid walls object, which is this little green thing, and now I just added a new one which has a longer range, and I want him to charge that. So I'm going to drag it down here, and then I'm going to update my charger. I'm just going to drag it into the hazards thing. Oh, that was a bad idea, apparently. Let's delete these 2 chargers and then make new ones. See, now it says it's red here because this charger doesn't have, it's no longer a prefab, which is fine because I'm just going to drag a whole new one down here into my hazards thing, and it'll create a new enemy charger prefab, and now he's blue again, his text, so he is a prefab once more. I'll save it and test it. Let's see if it works. It should work. He'll charge in a moment. He's charging! How knows? Jumping. So maybe there should be sort of a timer, so like he charges for a little bit and doesn't just stop. Also, it's not really that fast. It's like, eh. But at least it works. If we switch out of maximize, you can actually see in the scene view, when I switch to that in a moment, that he has this red line that goes out to this thing here, and as soon as that hits, like we saw before, then he's going to charge. And kill me. And kill me. So that's cool. I guess we should... He should definitely make a sound. And I should probably move away from this sort of updatey thing and have it so that it should probably start a script of some sort that won't start unless it's already been called or something. I'm blabbering. Let's see. Color-wise, I think I'll just keep it at what it is right now. The speed multiplier should be a bit higher, just to kind of make him more annoying. And I think we want him to not avoid gaps. So this kind of zombie monster should he'll just keep walking even though there's a hole. Let's see. Charge multiplier. ×2 is probably fine. I just need to, I don't know, maybe up his speed to 1 and let's try with 4. Oh, did I just modify the original? That's good, because then I won't have to modify this guy up here. He should be automatically updated, and he is. Yay! Let's do a little test, just to see. Okay, that is literally a little test. Wow! He's so fast! Is it even viable now? Whoa. Okay, I can still run faster than him, so it's not that bad. You just need to be fast. React fast. Squish. Alright. I guess, yeah, that works. So we now have a charger. Now I just need to kind of work on his appearance. But that's gonna be some other time. I think it's better if I stay with the scripting. If you guys have any suggestions, feel free to let me know. I'm just gonna mute for a second while I grab a drink. And I'm back. Let me just delete this charger now that I have him as a prefab in here. So how many enemies do I have? I have blobs on the walls, darkness. That's not really a monster. That's just an area where when you enter it, it gets darker. Let me just put one down here. It's not a very big one, so, you know, I could put it here to kind of fake that. Why does it say 5? It needs to be 0. So when you walk, darn it, I want full screen. Hey, welcome back, Corpsewall. ACP Twitch says Tastygraph. Have you played Teleglitch? Nope, I haven't. I don't even think I've heard of it, but I like the name. Reminds me of telefragging in Quake. Okay, you can still hit the edge here, which is kind of bad because then it doesn't really detect that you left it. Anyways, it'll be better once I move in here. You'll see. So basically, that little square that I placed here in the editor has a script that whenever the player enters, his lights kind of fade in or out. It's a little bit slow, which is something I need to fix because I can tell that if I do this like back and forth, then broken. I never intended for it to be like a huge zone effect. I had an idea that it might be neat to have this light stuff, but I'm not so sure anymore. I don't know, I think it might be interesting just as some fluff, not really a game mechanic, because you can still see what's going on. ACP Twitch says, Teleglitch creates a great creepy atmosphere using Atari quality graphics. I love that you say quality and Atari in the same sentence. Because it's like Atari, when shitty graphics need to be more shitty. Rip. I remember a friend of mine, he had the Atari, and I was like, ugh, why are the graphics so horrible? Kind of like with the Spectrum when it had those awful, cyan, magenta kind of colors. Corpse Lol says, fixed your mic, I hear. Yeah, the problem is I have no idea why it goes robot voice. It just happens. I get no indication of why it happens, and I have no idea how to stop it. So if it happens, then I'm sorry. And now I have a squeaky sound in my right ear, which kind of sucks. I hope it's not on the stream. It's probably just my tinnitus. It is, because it's gone now. Yay. Kind of. The light zone thing should be faster. Yeah, I agree. Let's fix that. Scripts and level and no light. It's in here. Light controller. Oops. Okay. Where is the light controller? Was it there? It's not there. Player? It's on the player. Oh yeah, because the light object is on the player. Let's see. So right now I've set it to 0.25. Really? It feels a lot slower. Let's set it at 0.1. And let's test it. Yeah. It really does not feel like 0.1. I mean, I don't see this happening. Ten times per second. So what am I missing here? What did I do? Ah, wait, fader. No, actually, it is supposed to be this number divided by 10. But for some reason, it doesn't feel like it's happening that fast. Let's try to turn it down just some more. Oops. I don't know. I should probably look more into what's under the hood, but I just want to make games. I want to program. Programming is for smart people. I mean, I could just instantly flick it on and off, but I think that kind of, I don't know, it just looks cooler when it goes. Set it to 5 seconds to make sure that number is working. I mean, I can tell that it's working because well, I think it is. Let's try. You guys are smart. I'll listen to you. was weird. That's not 5 seconds. Okay, troubleshooting time. I have a coroutine. It gets a float. This float is divided by 10, and then I'm supposed to wait this. I mean, I don't see anything wrong with this code. Uh, but it was definitely not waiting. I mean, it was not waiting 5 seconds. But then again, it shouldn't wait 5 seconds because, or maybe it was, I don't know. The thing I'm feeding it is the total amount of time that I want it to take for it to fade. So maybe I was right. I mean, it did take did it take 5 seconds? Let's try 10 seconds, because then it's kind of like it should be 1 second per tick, so to speak. Because I've been confusing myself. The amount of time that I put into it is, oh, I already started it, because I ran into this thing here. I think I accidentally started more than one of those, but let's move on here. I broke it. Okay, now I'm in. Let's move on. Oh man. How can changing the number to 10 just all of a sudden break it? I'm really flabbergasted. I have no clue how that's. I wonder if it's because more than one of those is being triggered or something. Um, I should put in some kind of failsafe. Let's see. Let's make a boolean. Let's call it is light on equals to true. And then let's say reset light. That should essentially set the lights back. I don't know if I need a boolean for that. Should probably be an integer, so I can have various levels of it. So I could do int and then light state equals to 1. So if lights, I should rewrite the entire code then, or something. I don't know. What I'm wanting to do is having so that if light state is 0, then the lights are turned off. If it's 1, then the lights are on. If it's 2, then let's put it in the comments. 0 equals off, 1 equals on, 2 equals fade out, 3 equals fade in. So when you enter a no light zone, then it should, or you get this message no light, then it sends this coroutine to fade the light off. So it should set light state to, it's going to fade the lights away, so that would be 2. I need some kind of if statement so I don't do this light stuff all the time. Actually, I should set it to 2 afterwards, like this, and then I can say if light state does not equal, I don't even know if I can do that, does not equal 2. So if it's anything other than 2, then we can fade it and set it to 2. I'm not really sure if that's going to work, but it's worth a try. And the same thing here. If light state is something other, or actually it means does not equal to. If it does not equal to 3, then and then light state equals to 3. Oh, and then we have the fading stuff. Oh, Corpse Lol says change the state only if it's off or on. So if you're fading in or out, you can't change the state if that's what you want. Yeah, but I kind of made a mistake here because it's like, oh wait, no I didn't. I think I did it right. Yeah, I mean basically if I'm not currently fading out, then start to, actually it should be, if light state is, damn it. Normally I just have a boolean that says is fading or is doing something. And I think that's probably a hell of a lot easier for a schmuck like me. So I'm gonna do it differently in a way that I can wrap my head around, because once I start to get these things in it becomes a little bit too abstract. So let's just go with is fading equals to false. And then when we get the no light, we need to fade the lights off. So if is fading, and that needs to be false. If is fading is false, then we can start to fade the lights out, and we'll do it in here. We'll say is fading equals to true, and then down here when I'm done, I'll set it to is fading equals to false. And the same thing here. And here. Oops. There we go. So now I can say if is fading is false, then start to fade the lights, and the same here. If is fading is false, then fade the lights, or fade them in, or whatever. The thing though is that it's not going to prevent the problem that I currently have where I move in and out while it's fading, then it won't really work. See, I'll show you. Actually, I kind of crapped it up because it's like I can move in and out, and it hopefully it won't affect it, and it didn't. And now when I move out, it starts to fade out as it should, and it's not going to be affected by me running back and forth. But that leads me to another problem. Like normally you'd have light here, and then you move in here, and the light should be back. But it's not going to come back because I moved out of it before it was actually able to do that thing with its light. And now when I move back in, it's all bleh. So I'm going to need I could either get myself an extra boolean. I'll do that. Bool is light equal to true, because that's what we always start at. And let's go down here. So fade light off. And this is where it turns the lights on. I'm just going to set this back to something low again. Technically, it's not going to be a problem. I shouldn't really have to do all this kind of codey stuff because it's not going to be possible to move in and out of these light zones this fast. So actually, screw that. Let's kill this stuff. No need. Hey, Miss Movie, welcome to the channel. Nice to see you. Peekaboo yourself. It has been ages. How are you doing? I'm just testing some lighting stuff in the game at the moment. Yeah, this is better. Normally I would never have a lighting zone that's this tiny, so it's not going to be a problem. Been a while, not too bad, says Miss Mubi. Is it me or is your mic being a little strange? It is most likely my mic. In this channel, we call it the robot voice. I have no idea why it happens. I'm clueless. I'm going to try to mute it, and I'll do all kinds of stuff, and it has its own life. I don't know why it does it. It makes me cry. Is it gone? Is the robot voice gone? I hope it is. Where's this text object? Press against the walls to slide. Damn it! Still? Meh. Why you no cooperate, evil Mike? I don't know. Could be. I'm not really sure what that means. Maxing on RAM. Yeah, I mean, it comes and then it disappears, and I'm kind of looking at my system thingy, and I never go above 20 to 30% RAM usage, and the CPU is usually never above 18% usage. So I have no idea what to do to kind of not have that stuff. I've tried reinstalling audio drivers, and I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Anyways, let's add a sign, because I like signs. Signpost. You get to be here. Plop. And then we click you and open you and press against the walls to slide safely. And now I can just delete this blue text because I don't want it there. Ta-da! The thing is, Miss Mubi, I do anything, like, it just fixes itself. I have robot voice, and then... Yes, maybe your robot ears have been fixed / rewired. I have no idea what's causing it. It just happens, and then sometimes after a few seconds it stops, and sometimes, I don't know, it just doesn't stop. So yeah, it's pretty annoying. I need to add a sign here as well. There. And on this sign, we wanted to say, jump against the walls to get up. And I can delete this. Ta-da! Then I have some text here. I should probably put that sign right there. Oh, nice. Miss Mubi says, I've been playing Lord of the Rings online again lately. And a slightly surprised smiley. That's actually the game where I met Miss Mubi. That was in Lord of the Rings Online. Ages ago. We used to play in the same guild. ACP Twitch says, I streamed like 4 hours this weekend doing all code stuff. Nobody wants to watch code. I think you might be right, ACP. I mean, they do. Some people want to watch code, but the problem with people that want to watch code, they're usually not that great at talking to other people. So either they just trash talk your coding skills, or they spend more time trying to tell the streamer tell the streamer about their own projects, which sometimes it has its place, but if you've got like 3 programmers in your chat and they're all trying to sell their own product, then it's kind of hard to get a community going. Miss Mubi says, I can't believe how well you're doing with this stuff. I've been following on YouTube as I've been missing your streams, and it's looking fantastic. Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. Progress is not coming along as fast or as smooth as I would like, but I'm definitely learning as I go, so that's a good thing. I'm glad that you're keeping up. I appreciate it. ACP Twitch says, I never played Lord of the Rings online, but I played an assload of Dungeons and Dragons online. Yeah, that was an awesome game. I have to admit, though, I think Lord of the Rings Online was a slightly better MMO, but I really enjoyed the concept of DDO. But for team play and for longevity for the player, I found that Lord of the Rings Online really had a lot of going for it. And it probably still does. I mean, I haven't played it in ages, but it's a pretty awesome game. I used to raid in it with Miss Mubi and a bunch of other people. We were on a roleplay server, and I think we ranked like number 2 or 3 in the world on killing one of the dragons. And that was only, or the first dragon, and that was only because they released the dragon 1 week earlier in America than what they did for us here in Europe, which is really unfair when you're trying to be competitive. So the other guys had like a whole week ahead of us, and we still killed it 3 days after them. So yeah, we were number 1 in Europe and number 2 in the world. That was so awesome. Yeah, and that was actually back in the days in terms of raiding, where this game had some really redonkulous mechanics. Like the minstrel, which is what I played, was sort of a healer class. We had to go out and do a legendary weirdo book quest or some crap, and we had to says up or W to jump. And I can delete this one. This is so cool. And it has sprite light, which I wanted to. Goody goody. So now I should have signs everywhere. And I do. Goody. Oh, this maybe says I bought a 3DS XL a little while back. It can watch YouTube on it, but it can't watch Twitch. Oh. Well, get yourself a cheap Android tablet. They just did major improvements to the Android Twitch, app. Or maybe if you have a smartphone, I don't know if you have that, you might be able to watch Twitch on that. I use my Android tablet sometimes to watch Twitch. It's pretty neat. Good job. Did I just screw up here? No, I just failed my jump. For a moment there, I was like, no, did I break the code? Am I unable to bite stump the enemies? But thankfully I can. Miss Muby says, my dad brought me a phone for Christmas that can do it, but I usually turn it off so people can't phone me. Okay. It is possible to just, I guess, put it in night mode or something so it doesn't vibrate or do anything when people call you. If it's an Android, I know that there are specific apps that you can get that, oh my god, I suck at it. Why am I not? Something is definitely wrong here. It should not be that difficult to hit the enemy. Where are we? Where are you? Okay, what kind of enemy are you? You're an enemy's enemy. So, why am I dying so easily on you? Maybe it has something to do with my, oops, stop it. I have a kill from above script here. Let's check that one out. Maybe I did something wrong with my vectors. Yes, I did. My vector search thingy needs to look for enemies. Because right now it's going to trigger on myself, which is a really bad thing. So let's go back here so I can see what it's called. Actually, I'm just going to do this. Good. And my layer is called enemies, I think. No! Not the creepy robot voice. Let's see. Miss Muby says maybe this will help your mic issue. I had to go to settings, audio, disable my mic there and turn it on where my webcam was added instead. Kel suggests that the girlfriend is streaming on the phone and stuff. No, that's not it, because she's sleeping now, and it happens even before she got home as well. And hello, Tanium. That voice is possessed. No! No, I haven't. It's my computer. It might be possessed. this should be okay. I mean, it's line one, which is like a virtual audio cable thingy that I need it to be because I'm using some software to remove stuff. I don't know if forcing it to mono might help or something. Am I still a robot? I hope I'm not a robot. Noise gate. Does that do anything other than shutting off the microphone when I'm not using it? Or, when it's below here. I'm using Audition, this program here. Oh, maybe it's because it's set to default. I don't know. Let's try doing this. Testing, 1, 2, 3. Am I still distorted? I just switched to the USB mic. Is it still distorted? Damn it! Okay, well, that's... Um, it's awfully low, but what about in here? Noise gate. You should be able to hear me now, though, because now it's above that thing that it was below previously. Can you hear me? Damn it. That's not fair. I didn't really do anything. I wonder if it is a keyboard issue, because I'm running the audio through the keyboard. I'm gonna have to look into that. I hope Weird Robot Voice is gone. Please tell me it's gone. It's not supposed to last this long. The thing is, it's normal jack. Like it has two jacks. My microphone. I'll type it. Yeah. thinking maybe I should just unplug it from the keyboard and put it in my computer, and hopefully it'll be better that way. Um, I think I'm gonna do that. So I'm just gonna mute my mic. That's not muting.
I have no idea how loud this is going to be. I have a feeling it's not very loud. I'm hoping it's okay. Can you guys hear me? I hope so. Testing, 1, 2, 3, testing. Can you hear me? Can you guys hear me? Oh, very silent. Hmm. Yeah. I don't know. It's probably a case of stutter. Let me just try, guys. So, is it still totally muffled? Okay. Testing, 1, 2, 3, testing. I mean, it's kind of in the right zone. Do testing. Okay.
Okay, fingers crossed. Please work. Please, please, please. Can you guys hear me? I really, really hope this works. Now it's plugged directly into the back of the computer. So it should be plugged directly into the sound card. And this is what I used to have previously when I streamed years ago. Almost said that, but that was last year. Phew. Okay. It's probably a power issue. It's just, damn. I mean, it's so ridiculous. Why would they put a microphone plug in a keyboard if the damn keyboard can't power it? That just makes no sense. Okay, let me just grab a drink. And now I can't mute my mic. At least I don't think I can. Let me try. Let me test it. Nope. Because this button doesn't work anymore for that. Oh well. Good thing I have a mutey thingy here that I can use. Yeah, you're right. I can mute it via OBS, but it's not that great. Okay, I need to turn the volume down a little bit so I don't blast your ears off. Yeah. I think my main... I'm gonna need to buy myself a new mic. I want a table mic because I'm not running audio through my headset anyway, and I don't really need to wear a headset. And I might be able to skip Adobe Audition because that's the program I'm using to do the noise reduction real time. If I get a proper mic, I won't need to do that. I don't know if you can tell the difference. I'll try to toggle it off. Can you tell the difference between noise reduction and... well, now there's no noise reduction? I'm thinking you probably can. So I'll turn it back on and be all like, I'm a pro. Anyways, back to code. It says I have something with my script. Oh, it's because I set it to a vector 2. Oh, this is like... it's not supposed to be here. It's all wrong. I'm not doing a line cast. Why am I not doing a line cast? It's because the line cast is down here. Oh. Oh, so it only removes a little bit? I might be able to go without it. I don't know. I kind of... one of my main issues when I'm on other people's streams is I absolutely hate it when you can hear background noise and you can hear hissing and crap like that. I'm not good with that. It makes my skin crawl. Let's see. So I'm doing a line cast, and I wanted to only look at the enemy layer when I'm doing a butt stump. This is basically my butt stump script. But I need to make sure that I spelled it right. So let's click this enemy dude here. He's part of the enemies with a capital E. So should work now. Should be able. Miss Mubi says, you don't like white noise? Racist! No breathing or buzzing coming through. Only heard 0.3 seconds of hiss when you toggled. Yeah, I noticed that. That it did like a... it kind of spiked up when I toggled. Oops. Wrong jump. As for breathing, I kind of have my mic to the side, so... I mean, I can try blowing. I'll be all like... Hopefully it doesn't hit the mic, because I was like hardcore blowing there. Probably did. But generally, I try not to blow in the mic. Blow in the mic. Okay, so should be possible to butt stump you without any issues, and it was. I really cross my fingers that the robot voice mic problems have forever gone away. Miss Mubi says, what's your plan for this little game in the long term, or is it just for learning in general with the hopes of a fun little game by the end of it? Yeah, I mean, mainly to make a fun little game at the end. I'm gonna release it for free. It's just gonna be playable on a web page, and if people want to, they can donate. I mean, I had one guy who donated, and I made a monster for him. So I'm in a situation where I'm mainly doing this for the fun of it and for the learning experience, and I've learned a ton during the creation of this game. And I don't know if I can reuse a lot of the code, but at least the knowledge that I've gained, I'll be able to build upon it for the next game. I've had some people ask me if I'm going to put it on mobile phones, but to be honest, I don't really see this game being played on a mobile phone. I mean, first of all, I never really optimized it for phones or mobiles, and you can't really play a platformer game with. Well, I'm feeling a little bit of problems with jumping. Yep. This platform is not marked as solid, so I can't jump off of it. That needs to be fixed. Miss Mubi says, I can tell. I remember your older game with the little ball you'd drop down and it would bounce around. Yeah, that was one of the first real games I ever made. Bump and Drop, which was like a... It was like a clone, kind of bad clone of Peggle, which is an awesome game, which in turn is kind of a copy of Pachinko. Okay, so this is on the default layer. It needs to be on the solid layer. But I need to check just to make sure. Half block, default. Spikes, also default. So, oh, sorry. Sorry for burping. Let me just go into my hazards thingy and check that all the enemies... Actually, this one is where it needs to be. Charger, enemy. Claw, default. Well, you can't butt stump it anyway, so that's fine. Flaming Skull, can't butt stump that. Frogs, you are not in the game. So, let's just kill you. Ah, thank you. Miss Mubi says, while it was simple, it was enjoyable in all honesty. And that's the thing, I mean, it was not really original, and yeah, it was a fun game. You know, you drop a ball and then you get to watch it go pling, pling, pling as it's hitting all kinds of things. You can't jump on these either, you can't jump on these, and you can't jump on the sword. You can jump on the zombie. Flipping platforms need to be solid, otherwise we can't jump on it. And what else needs to be solid? Puffers? Nope. None of these things really. Cool. So that was easy enough to fix. Basically, these platforms were marked as default, and I recently went into the code of my project and made it so that these tiles are marked as solid, and if they're marked as solid, then I can do a raycast, like a line below my character, and detect whether or not I'm on the ground. But I was not able to detect whether or not I was standing on anything when I was on top of these platforms, so when I landed on it, I couldn't jump. Hopefully that has been fixed now, but just to make sure, I'm going to go in and check it real quick before I move on. Ugh. I'm kind of playing in the blind here because I can't see the lower corner of the game view. Open the door. There. Yay! I can jump. Got killed. Felt like it didn't say it, make a sound when I picked up the key. But that's probably just me. Me hearing wrong. Hearing wrong stuff. Okay. Back on track. I think I want to draw at least, you know, I made the charger thing, the guy that runs fast when you're near him. I can show you guys real quick. He's down here, enemy charger. Let's just place him there. So he basically has a red line in front of him, and when you get close to that, he starts to run fast.
charging. Need to fix that right thing. That's annoying. Don't do this. Stumped. So I kind of want him to be a little bit different. He needs to have some sort of like he shouldn't stop charging immediately. So I want some sort of thing where when I do this line, if actually it shouldn't really be that complicated. It should just be player. I do a line. If the player is in there, then player detected is equal to true. And then the doors remind me of Boulder Dash or Bomberman. Cool. I just kind of needed to draw a door, and I wanted it to be as simple as possible with my drawing skills or lack thereof. Here I draw a line, and that's the line from the monster to the player, or from the monster to wherever he can see. And if the player is there, then player detected is equal to true. And then down here I say if player detected is equal to true, then I run with double speed or whatever much speed, and I turn red. If it's not true, then I run normal speed. Oh, you mean like the sound? Yeah, I'll show you how I make the sounds. I actually make all of my sounds with bfxr.net, which is a website. You can also download it as a program. And, you know, I can just pick this thing here, explosion. And I can go, I want it to be slower in the beginning, so now it's like that, or I could do it. And then I might be able to say, you know, I want it to sustain less, so it'll be like a short, or even less, or even less. And it sounds the same, so I don't know what I'm doing wrong. And then we have decay time, which is definitely how long it lasts. I can set it to short or long. So you can do all kinds of weird things. You can change the frequency. You can even have a slide, so like it starts at, let's say, starts here, and then it goes. So there's tons of things to play with. You can make your own sounds. And that's what I normally do. You can even have multiple sounds that you've made and then have them play at the same time and then export it as a WAV file. So for fast game audio, this is a really useful program. Tanium says, those curves can make vowel sounds. That's how they make reggae into dubstep. Whoop whoops. Yeah, I mean, they probably do something like that. I don't know. Hey, in Santanua, welcome to the channel. Oh, I need to... I'm running over my audio cables. Sorry. This sounds all woogie now because I ran over the cables with my chair like 5 times. Let's see. Huh. They're still covered in plastic. I can see a little bit of copper though. Crap. Maybe I should just get myself a new headset. Maybe. Oh man. I need to get all my audio crap sorted, and I need to get myself a new chair that doesn't sound like it belongs in a castle, because it's squeaky and it's driving me nuts. Okay. Miss Ruby says, careful, don't do that. Yeah. Okay, so back to the script. I wanted to do something where when the monster detects the player, then for the next, let's just say 1 second, or let's say 2 seconds. Let's go in here and say public float rage duration. No, let's keep it consistent. Charge duration equals to 2f. So I'm gonna have 2 seconds where even though I didn't detect the player that particular time in the frame, it will keep charging. Now I just need to figure out how the hell I'm gonna do that. Basically, we detect the player. So I should go if player detected. Actually, let me just do it here first. If player detected, and then set a start a timer. Start a timer. I basically want to add some time thingy. So I should have a private float. Let's call it current time. And I guess here in the start I should set current time to 0. And then if player detected, Miss Mubi says, rather than having messages that give you tutorial-based messages, I think you need a fairy that follows you around and constantly repeats, hey, listen! I think that would be really useful. For those who don't know, that's a Link, Zelda reference. There's a really, really, really annoying little fairy that just constantly says, hey, listen! Hey, listen! And eventually you just want to throw that damn thing out of the window. Okay, so if player detected and current time equals to 0, then we start a timer. So current time equals to time, isn't it? Yeah, I think that's kind of what we want to do. And then I should have a private thing here. Private float end time. And then I'll set end time to time.time plus charge duration. So basically, when the monster, currently, let's pretend I'm the monster. I haven't seen the player yet, and now I cast a line and I can see the player. So as soon as I see the player, I'm checking here. If I have detected the player and the current time is 0, which was set up here. Oh. Insantanua says, I really want to learn coroutines. I do use coroutines sometime. But would it be more efficient to do a coroutine here? Because my problem here with coroutines is that I want to constantly check. Oh, see. One guy goes, use coroutines, and the other is like, I use state flags, and then I'm like, fuck me. I use crappy programming. Is that not a skill? If player detected, blah blah blah, current time 0, then we set the current time to whatever time is at the moment, and then we set the end time to whatever this thing is, and then I want to I guess I want to set, oh yeah, let's do an else. Else current time equals to, sorry, plus equals to time dot delta, yeah, delta time. So basically, if we have detected the player and our current time is 0, then we start a timer. And then if our current time is not 0, or we have not detected the player, I wonder if it's ever going to get set to 0 then. Damn, I suck. I need to have some place where as long as the current time is less than end time, then player detected will always, oh crap, I can't think, it's like late. A little help, please. uh. Oh no. Do I have robot voice? I don't know. Whoops. Caps. I don't know. Do I have robot voice? That's not fair. I'm not supposed to have robot voice. Oh. It could be that wire, though. Damn it. It's not really that broken. I mean, it's like a teeny, teeny, tiny bit. I'm playing with it now. Oh, cool. I'm gonna need to... Miss Mubia has the perfect solution. Just don't move your head in any way. Stay still. Forever! I'm gonna need to open this thing and watch it later. Physics and psychology of talking bass. I'm thinking this is probably not what I thought it was. Casey says, I just roll 12 times an hour over the cable and I forgot to put down my headset when standing up, but it's not that broken. And Santanoa says, okay, get rid of end time and calculate that on the fly. Set a bool for the mode you're in. Follow a knot, then if true, do increment, etc. Okay, so okay, so I need a bool for when I'm detecting stuff, and I need a bool for is charging equals to false. Cool. And I can calculate the end time on the fly. How can I do that? Oh, I guess if I go backwards and I count down or something. You want to get in the habit of state machines for behaviors, be they with flags or routines, doesn't matter. Yeah, I should probably do that. So instead of having all these bools, I should, oops, make a. Well, I guess I could. Couldn't I just make a state machine with an integer, like private int enemy state? And I could do 0 equals idle, 1 equals charging, or something like that. ACP, I kind of know about enums. I used them ages ago, but I haven't used them lately, so I need to look it up in order to figure out how to do them again. I think it's something about writing them here and doing some commas, and then I can call them later, so that rather than having an int with idle, I could have enemy state dot idle instead. I love that I can literally hurt people. I can literally hurt people with my bad code. I'll check out here. Open! Yes, this is what I want. It's much better. The thing is, though, I don't really know what I want to do with these state thingies for this monster. And that's probably my main issue, is that I'm not 100% sure how I would do this code-wise. But yeah, let me just have a look at this. Public enum, I could do a private, and then I'll put it in thingies like this. So, let's do private enum enemy state. Actually, let's do it in caps. State. And then one of these, and one of those, and then let's say idle and charging. Do I need to end it here? I probably do. If not, I'm sure it'll tell me. And then I'm gonna need, yeah, that's why ACP says they don't have to be caps, but he uses caps for enums so that they stand out. And you know, I saw you doing it, so I'll do it. So I need to make. Oh, so I have to make it up here. Do I? Hmm. And then you switch thingies. Alrighty.
basically, I want my monster to, I mean, it should always do the raycast thing. Um, Probably easier if I type it out as a comment so I kind of have an idea of what I want. Cast ray, and then check state. No, maybe, yes. Where do I set my state? Guess I'll just start with an idle state by default. If idle, then I want to basically do nothing. I mean, it's a different script that handles the speed. Uh, Set speed to normal, change color to white. If charging, then set speed to charge speed, change to red color, wait, charge duration seconds, then change to idle. Does that make sense? I think it does. Maybe. Now I just need to... So if I'm in the charging state, then I need to do an if is charging. If not is charging. Then set speed to blah 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 blah. In my head this code works, so I see no reason why it shouldn't work. And I might be able to do this with a coroutine. So I probably won't need this and that. I can delete this here. I forgot how to declare. Oops. There we go. Okay. I'm gonna start with the idle thing. Enumerator. Oops, wrong one. And let's call this charge mode. No, let's just call it charge. Begin charge. Might as well do a float. Duration here. Okay, so if I begin charge, then I want to check if not is charging. Ah, my keyboard is all woogie. Oh, it's because I accidentally flipped one of the legs up. There we go. Ah, it's no longer squeaky. It's like a whole new keyboard. Okay, focus.
Okay. Oh, I want to alter my movement speed if I'm not charging. And then I should set charging to true. And then yield, return, new, wait for seconds, duration, and then is charging equals to false. And also, hey, Capillara! Great seeing you again. Welcome back. How are you? I'm currently in the midst of trying to do some code, and let's just say I'm a little crap. I think I'm getting it now, though, thanks to the help of ACP Twitch and in Santanua. Okay, so my begin charge checks to see if I'm not charging, and if I'm not charging, then... Ooh! Awesome! Thank you for the follow, FN Betting. Awesome! Welcome to the Legion. Then you get to see my fancy new sword and stuff that I drew. Yay! Anyways, back to code. If I'm not charging, then I'm going to set charging to true. I'll change my move speed, turn red, then wait X amount of seconds. And then I'll set charging to false, and I should also change my current state back to idle. Hey, if I'm betting, how long have you had to study? If you mean like, did I go to school to learn programming? Then, if I did, I would definitely need to get my money back because I'm not very good. I've programmed for years, but I've never really been good at programming. I've never really focused. I spend more time drawing. I'm not really awesome at drawing either. Take care, ACP Twitch, and thanks for popping by. I hope to see you later. So yeah, no, I mean, I don't know. I guess I've been focusing on programming for about 3 months now, where I've really focused on trying to learn it. But I've been trying to do games for years. And Capillara asks how I'm doing today. I'm actually doing pretty good. I have streaming night tonight, so I get to stay up late and stream and stuff, and it's freaking awesome. I'm just gonna grab a drink, so I'm muting the mic for a second. And I'm back. Oops, sorry. Okay, so I want to set my enemy state equals to enemy state dot idle. Capillara says, "Oh, you're talking! I had you muted." Yes, I am talking. Oh, and Santanoa has a nice link. I'm hoping if I'm interested in state machines, I am. I'm always interested in learning. Let's see. Oh, yeah, FN betting. Sometimes my microphone does weird stuff. I really hope it's not broke. Yes, Capillara, it's true. Last time I wasn't talking, but I decided to plug the mic in. I might as well practice my English. No! I'll try to keep my head still. I don't know why the heck the mic does that? It's not fair. It's not supposed to be. Robot. Stop it. Is it fixed? Miss Muby's giving awesome advice. Oh. Tell me I'm no longer robotic. I'm too young to be a robot. Maybe I should just get my... It's okay now, don't move your head, says Miss Muby. It's a little hard not to move the head, but I'll do my best. Okay, now I've made this begin charge thing. Now I'm gonna need to do an IE narrator. Or actually, I don't really need to do that. I could just do switch enemy state. I forgot how to do switches. Sad but true, so luckily I have something here that I could look at.